Welcome back, guys. Here we go, part 2 of the engine build. We're going to work on getting the cylinder in place with the piston. We got all of our little seals. We got this bearing right here for the clutch lever. We got that and the seal and the circlip. We're going to put that in. We can do the counterbalancer, and then we can get some of the gears in on this side. We got this gear set, we got that gear set. We do have some more new parts coming tomorrow. We have the other, I got this new one coming in because this one is worn. You can see down there a little bit worn right there, so we're going to replace that. This one's good, so we're going to reuse this one. This one's fine. We got a new shift lever, some more miscellaneous nuts and bolts, some new head bolts, stuff like that. So we're going to keep working on this. Hopefully get all the rest of the seals in. This bearing, like I said, the piston, cylinder, and then we'll try to button up as much as we can, flywheel on this side and that side, and then it's a matter of just waiting for the rest of the parts. We need the head. Obviously that's a big piece of the puzzle. And then we need the side covers. Those are at Sport Bike powder coating. Those should be done hopefully soon. And then we can button those up and have a running engine. So let's get this thing going. Alright guys, first we're gonna wrap up this countershaft area, put a new O-ring in there. Courtesy of my full Cometic gasket kit, has everything, which is nice. Even all the seals that I need, so I have extra seals now because I ended up getting the like the shift shaft seal, clutch lever seal. So now I have a couple extra seals, which is always nice. Alright, so that's on there. Then we'll get that seal on next, which is right here. Give that a little tap. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yep. All right, so that's in. We got the, put a little oil in there. I got this spacer, which there you go. That's in there. I just have to get, I do not have the new cover. I'm gonna get, I think I have one of those coming tomorrow. I'm not really sure if I ordered that or not. I know there's a whole bunch of stuff coming, so I'll have to see. If not, I will put a brand new one of those covers on there with 2 new bolts. All right, so next, let's get this bearing in place. You guys can see that? Yeah, I think you guys can see that. So we got, where is it? Where is it? I know I have it. I have 2. Oh, right here. Got this guy right here. That goes in there. Tap that in. Right there. So we can pop that in. This tap, this goes in nice and easy. Just like that. That's in. Now we need the seal. We have a new seal right here. Pop that in. That's in. And then we have a circlip that goes in there. Which I believe is this guy right there. Pop that in. And that's it. That's done. So we're gonna put a little oil in there on that bearing. All right. So I do have a new arm. I have the shaft. I think I'm just gonna clean this up and just replace the arm. All right, guys. So I cleaned that up. Looks pretty good. I got all the rust off there. So we got our new arm right there. So we're gonna put that on here. So that needs to go straight up in line with that. So it's gonna go like this. Pretty much like that. I mean, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. All right, then we have a washer. Oh yeah, so you just line up. I just noticed that. It has dots, guys. See the dots right there? So you line those up, but if you notice, it's pretty much parallel with that notch in there. But with the two dots, that makes it pretty simple. So line up the two dots, new washer on there, and then we got a new circlip. So we'll put this on there. That's it. Boom, circlips on there. All right. So we will put a little bit of oil on this too. And then we can put it down in here. That's it. All right. We do need the spring. Spring goes in like that. Forgot the spring, so that locks there. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. Oh, it just goes like that. Boom. All right, so that's that. We also have a new clutch cable bracket right there. We'll pop that in for now. That can go right there. We'll just put the screw in loosely for now. We also have a new ground screw. We can put that in there loosely. Put that in there. All right, so let's get going on some of this stuff on this side. Let's start with the flywheel side. Let's see if we're gonna do the seal first. Let me bring you guys down a little bit. Can you guys see? Let me see. Yeah, you guys can see still. All right, so we're gonna get this seal first and clean this out. Looks like there's a little dirt in there. Alright, so we can pop that in. That's another one of these guys right here. That's for the shift shaft. Things in there. A little more. That's good. Alright, so that's in there. So now we get the counterbalancer in place. Hopefully you guys can see. We can do the one timing chain guide. We can put that in there. That's gonna. Oh, actually, I need to put the timing chain in before I put that in, because that locks it in place. So we can pop the timing chain in. Now we can pop that in. Goes in there like so, and then we can tighten that up. Back in here the third time and be done with it. That looks better. All right, a little bit of Loctite on these, like I mentioned. These two bolts, just a little bit. We can tighten these up. Alright, so now we can move on to the last couple of gears we got over here. Alright, for the counterbalancer, and then on the main crank over here we got two sets of gears. do have a new one of those right there. Now these two gears do have to be aligned. On here, a little retainer clip and the nut. We'll tighten up once I get this other one in. It'll be easier to hold it. Alright guys, so here's the one you want to line up. So you see that little punch with that one? So these need to be parallel together. So we're gonna move that one. See where this one is. This one goes like this. Like that. So we're gonna have to swing this around. Right there. Come on. Right there. I can see how those are lined up. Dot, dot, so that's good. And it's a matter of another gear. Little lock washer and the other nut. Alright, those are on. We're going to wait on the clutch for now. We can do that later at another time because I think I'm going to get a new aftermarket basket. So now let's go ahead and work on the cylinder and piston. Alright, so we'll go over the rings in a second, but first we are going to put one of the clips in for the wrist pin and make the job a little bit easier. Doing it now. These are always a pain, but you can usually get them. Oh, too much. There we go. So that one's in there, you can see. Alright, now for the rings. So every piston comes with a little direction sheet, so if you follow that you'll be good. The most important thing with the compression rings, which are these two, they have letters on them. You always want to make sure those are facing up. So you can see the T on there, you want that facing up. This one has a T right there. Now these are different sizes, so you can't screw them up. See how that doesn't fit in there, but it fits in the top one. So you know that one goes there. And this one goes in the second one. Obviously this one is real sloppy, but like I said, this one doesn't fit. So, and then you have your oil rings, the oil ring and the two rings around that. Alright, so oil ring is on the bottom one. You guys make sure that they are against each other like that and not overlapping. That's good. And then we got the two the other parts of the oil rings, one on the bottom, one on the top of that. I'll do the bottom one first. good. All right, the other one on top. All right, that's good. So then we will start with the smaller ring, which is this one. It's gonna go in the second slot. And then the top one. Make sure the letters are up. That one's up. That one's gonna go this way. And we will put this on the rod and then just double check all the rings, make sure they're where they need to be. All right, so I'm gonna put a little oil in here. A little oil on the wrist pin. Make sure you face this the right way, guys. Arrow pointing forward, so I'm gonna just slide this in there just to get it started. All right, and then we can pop it on here and send it home like so. Now it's time to get the other circlip on there, which is the super fun part. Guys, put a rag in here just in case this thing flies out. It doesn't go in the engine, right? I've had it happen before. It's no fun. All right, let's see if we can do this. One shot. The first one went in pretty quick, I have to say. Let's see how we can do with this one. No. I gotta hold that up there. Alright, here we go. There we go. And just finish it off. There we go. Make sure it's in there, looks good. Alright, time for the cylinder. We can take this out. Alright, we got my pins. I like to put a little bit of oil on these things, guys. I don't know. I think it makes them come out easier if you ever got to service the top end. They'll pop right out. Alright, so that's that. Now, time to put the cylinder on there. We do need a gasket. Can't forget that. Got the old trusty Kinetic full gasket kit, guys. So that is pretty sweet. Get my base layer gasket for this thing. Right here. See it? Alright. Pop that on. Alright, so that's on. So let's get our rings set, make sure they're good. So that one's good. This one's gonna go there. That one's good too. Oil rings are good. Alright. I think I like it. So guys, I like to put a little oil in the cylinder too. Just makes it easier to slide on. So basically you just gotta kind of work. I like to work one, like the back, kind of compress the rings and then squeeze them in with your fingers so you can get them all inside. Just work. Oh. Push them all forward. Alright, get the back on and then compress the rings in the front. And then just kind of rock the cylinder easily. Just double check, make sure no rings are popping out. That looks good. think we just gotta squeeze these a little more. This thing should pop right down. Yep, just like that. Just like that, guys. All right. We can grab the timing chain after. First thing we'll do, we'll just put this bolt on here for now, just so it stays in place, because we will rotate. Well, once we put the flywheel on, we can rotate this just to make sure it looks good. Should be fine. And I think that's the right bolt. That's not the right one. That looks better. All right. Now we will get the flywheel on and we'll give this thing a couple turns and see how it looks. We can grab our timing chain, pull that through. That's good. All right, we get our flywheel. All right, first guys, make sure you put your keyway back in there. That's in there. All right. And then you can grab your flywheel, just line it up, slide her in. Oh, we just lost the keyway. Oh boy, where'd it go? Where did it go? Time to get the magnet. Get the magnet out. Thing just went flying. I don't know where. I don't see it in the bottom. Oh, there it is, guys. We got it. Alright. So this thing is definitely a little loose, so we gotta go slow. Make sure we get it in there. There we go. Something's going on over here. What's going on with this thing? There we go. There we go. She's on there now. Alright, and you get your washer. And you got your nut. You got a little tighten. Alright, now we are going to just rotate the piston just to check it out, make sure it looks good. Let you guys see that. And that's probably going to be our wrap for today. Everything else, we kind of got to wait till we get the covers to finish it off. All right, guys, that's a wrap for part 2. Made some good progress. Like I said, we got the pretty much both side cases complete. Obviously, we're going to wait for a new clutch. We're waiting for the covers, waiting for the head. Same thing with that side cover, and we will have all our small missing parts tomorrow. The last timing chain guide, brand new head bolts, brand new timing chain adjuster, brand new shift lever, brand new valve cover. So all that stuff we should have tomorrow. And then once we get all the other parts, we will wrap this thing up. Part 3, it'll be done. And then we can get on to the build. Finally, I haven't touched any of it yet. So once this is done, I can clean up in here and then start getting one of the frames in here and get that thing going. I do have a bunch of stuff coming for that. I think tomorrow as well, I should have a bunch of miscellaneous bolts so I can get that going. Then we can rock out on that, and then it's just a matter of once Herb gets done with all the rest of the powder coating, he'll ship all that stuff to me. Once that stuff is here, then it'll go pretty quick, guys. So pretty much it. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please shoot me a thumbs up. That really helps me out a lot, guys. And if you guys have any questions, leave it down in the comments, and we will see you guys on the next one. Peace.